On today's show, Lucid unveils the production version of the Air Sedan, and while it's a great looker, it's also pretty expensive. Nikola Motor and GM announced that GM will help Nikola build its future vehicles, a few days before Nikola Motors finds itself the subject of the Hindenburg Report. No, I'm not joking. And there's a meeting of minds as Volkswagen CEO Herbert and Elon Musk meet, and Musk drives an ID3 for the very first time. These stories and more coming next. This is Ecotricity's ecoTEC roundup show from New Zealand's only carboNZero certified renewable electricity company. We are 100% Kiwi and we are 50% community owned. Why not switch today at ecotricity.co.nz? Welcome back to another ecoTEC roundup show. I hope that you and yours are staying healthy and safe. If it looks like I'm a little exhausted and dishevelled, it's because of the insane wildfires happening in my home state of Oregon in the United States right now. Our home is currently safe, but some family have been evacuated here from the shadow of what is now the largest wildfire in the world. And frankly, our week has been spent trying to just keep our family, our home and our land safe. It's truly the scariest natural disaster I've ever witnessed firsthand, and it shows that it's really time to act now to change the impact that we humans have on the planet we live on. Or else, game over. Midweek, Lucid finally revealed the production version of its Lucid Air Sedan. Smaller in size than both a Tesla Model S and a Porsche Taycan, the high-end luxury EV currently promises the longest range of any car on sale, the quickest quarter mile, and the fastest DC quick charge capability. But rather than set out to produce a car that achieved all of those things in particular, Lucid CEO Peter Rawlinson is keen to point out that Lucid's primary goal has always been efficiency, with a super-efficient, ultra-compact integrated motor, drivetrain and inverter packaged in just one unit, as well as super aerodynamic design and high-tech efficient lighting. The first Lucid Air will launch next year, will cost upwards of $169,000. But eventually, Lucid plans a sub-$80,000 car. Keep your eyes peeled for an interview with both Peter Rawlinson of Lucid's and Lucid's VP of Design, Derek Jenkins, in the coming week. I had planned to produce it for Thursday, but wildfires. As Tesla readies itself for its rescheduled joint annual shareholder meeting and investor battery day, Elon Musk made a very simple tweet that caused the Tesla fan world to explode. Quote, "Many exciting things will be unveiled on Battery Day, 9/22, said Musk. And while he didn't go into any specifics, the internet has definitely filled in the blanks. In addition to what was already expected, Tesla's Roadrunner battery cell manufacturing system, as well as a more efficient cobalt-free battery cell, many are expecting Tesla updates on the Roadster, which hasn't been given much love of late, as well as a new potential Model S and Model X drivetrain, along with the equivalent of a mild body panel refresh. On this occasion, I'm not going to speculate, but I'm sure that we'll get plenty of news headlines one way or another very soon." After nearly 10 years of production, Nissan announced on World EV Day that it's now produced its 500,000th Nissan Leaf. While North American sales of the Leaf have really suffered in recent years, European buyers are still eagerly buying the Leaf in all of its variants, and thus it's probably not a surprise that the 500,000th Leaf to be made rolled off the production line at Nissan's Sunderland production facility. According to the press release accompanying the news, the lucky owner of the car in question lives in Norway, and based on what I can infer, this will be her second Leaf. In its 10 years of production, the Leaf has gone through 2 main body styles and several more battery pack and drivetrain setups. It's great to see so many affordable electric cars on the road, and I really would like to know what happened to my old 2011 Nissan Leaf in the UK, WJ11LFR. If you know about it, tell me below. Nikola Motor surprised everyone this week by announcing a, quote, strategic partnership with General Motors that would see GM manufacture both the electric and hydrogen fuel cell variants of the Nikola Badger pickup, as well as provide Nikola with its Ultium battery system, drivetrain and hydrogen fuel cell stacks for use in its vehicles. In exchange, GM will gain an 11% shareholding in Nikola, which does seem a bit bizarre given that, as a consequence of this announcement, it doesn't really appear that Nikola has much in the way of engineering IP that it can offer GM. As some have noted, however, Nikola does plan on building its own hydrogen fueling network in the US, which may be one bonus for GM. Plus, GM gets to see its fuel cell technology used in Class 8 big rigs, without sullying the main brand should anything goes wrong. There is more, though, from Nikola later in the show. Rivian continued its now traditional video update post this week by sharing footage of its pre-production R1T electric pickups being made on its Normal, Illinois production line. While we won't get to see any production Rivians delivered until next year, these vehicles are essential to the R1T's development, as it helps Rivian ensure its production line is operating correctly, all of the components fit together as planned, and that the staff are fully trained to ensure production can ramp up to volume without any hiccups. With Long Way Up due to debut on September 18th on Apple TV+, a show that heavily features pre-production Rivian R1Ts, I'd expect more Rivian news in the next few weeks. Let's hope that Rivian can meet its new production goals and we'll see them on the road next year. As Volkswagen's smallest electric vehicle to date, the e-up electric car may not be one you'd expect to be in such high demand that there's a massive waiting list to get one. But that's exactly what's been happening in Europe for the past few months. Now, the waiting list has gotten so long that Volkswagen has issued a stop on all new orders, with the company saying that it will take approximately 16 months to work through its current order book. Given that many orders come from Germany, where the government is offering up to €9,000 off the price of a new electric car in incentives until the end of 2021, there's some significant worry amongst potential customers that Volkswagen will take so long to fill its order books that they might miss out on the incentives and have to pay more for their car. It's not clear why Volkswagen can't make more in a shorter period of time, but this certainly feels a little like poor planning. Just days after it announced its partnership with General Motors, Nikola Motor became the subject of an absolutely scathing report by Hindenburg Research. And no, the name is just coincidental. The forensic financial research specialist, which Nikola Motor is already vowing to sue and report to the SEC, backs up many allegations made in the last year from various sources that the company is misleading the public and its investors. At the heart of this are claims that the vehicles Nikola had revealed on stage were non-functional vehicles with fuel cells inside, as well as allegations that company founder, Trevor Milton, had engaged in various fraudulent activities, both at Nikola Motor and previous companies. Investors are getting upset with Nikola, and there's certainly some compelling evidence to back these claims up. We've not had time to dig into these claims, but do let us know if you'd like us to cover this in the comments below. For as long as the Volkswagen ID3 has been in development, there has been a small but vocal group of Tesla loyals who've tried to dismiss it at every single turn. But this week, I'm guessing they were a little less dismissive than usual, after Tesla CEO Elon Musk got a chance to drive one himself as part of a planned meeting with Volkswagen CEO Herbert Diess, who met Musk from his private jet while Musk was in Germany visiting Giga Berlin, gave Musk a chance to see the ID4 as well as drive the ID3 for himself. And the short video posted to LinkedIn of the exchange looks like Musk enjoyed himself. Of the ID3, Musk had heard noting that, quote, "I think for a non-sporty car, it's pretty good." High praise indeed, and yes, Musk also got a sneak peek of that ID4 as I mentioned. For those who would wish Tesla would destroy legacy automakers, this exchange is a reminder that Tesla is more interested in getting bums in electric cars, and frankly, so too are we. This past Monday, it was Labor Day in the US, a national holiday. And while there are still COVID restrictions on travel in many parts of the US, or at least advice to physically distance yourself, be smart, and not go on long road trips, Electrify America thought it would be the perfect time to upgrade some of its high-power EV charging stations. The problem? It decided to upgrade more than 500 miles worth of charging corridors at the same time on Monday, which left some EV drivers on the East Coast stranded at charging stations that had been switched off for upgrades. It's bad form from Electrify America, and while it may have made sense from a personnel and engineering point of view, it most certainly did not make sense for anyone making road trips that day. In the future, I really hope Electrify America will upgrade in stages to ensure at least some service is offered at every location. And finally, as I'm sure many of you already know, Formula E has a new sibling in the form of Formula Extreme E. But while Formula E focuses on racing in city centres around the world, Extreme E focuses on taking electric car racing to remote parts of the world that are being threatened by climate change. Personally, I do have mixed views about the off-road race series, but I'm assured that Extreme E includes conservation work as part of its remit, ensuring that the places it visits are not harmed by the race series, and rather instead are helped. And this week, Formula One legend Lewis Hamilton announced he's formed a team called X44 to compete in the series. While Lewis won't be driving himself, he's made an introductory video to the team and lists the things that X44 hopes to accomplish racing in the series. It's well worth a watch, and if it helps more people open their mind about climate change and the impact on the planet as a cause of it, then I'm all for it. And on that note, we are done for the day. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next episode. And of course, while you do have your browser window open, why not switch to New Zealand's only carboNZero certified renewable electricity company? They make it super easy to make the switch, and if you do, you'll be helping New Zealand wean itself off dirty energy and onto clean green power that will keep the land beautiful and hopefully free of fires. Fire permitting, I will be making more content for you to enjoy next week, but until then, please stay safe, remember to wash your hands, and keep yourself healthy. I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield. Ka kite. See you next time.